So compassion in practice means an awful lot to me. It's about bringing all of the elements of nursing and care together.
It's about those moments where the care goes beyond the clinical to looking after somebody as a human being, as a person. So remembering that that's somebody's mother or sister or best friend and recognising that vulnerability.
Compassion for me is love in action, and the 6 C's are a few words that define a set of values that, if we live them, will mean that we give a different type of care both to our patients and to our colleagues.
I think it means about understanding and about being empathetic towards people and stripping it back to their basic human needs.
Without compassion, there's no care. So if you go to work in the morning, ultimately, if you're not giving compassion, you're not giving the right care.
Compassion in practice means to me being real, treating people as human beings, knowing that they have a soul, they have a spirit as well as a body, so to treat them as a total person, providing holistic care.
Compassion in practice means to me when you make a connection with a patient, you remember that they have a backstory and that they were a person before they were a patient, and that you use that to deliver the care that you want to deliver in a way that they want to receive it, so that it's a positive experience for both them and for you.
The first thing that I suppose I really enjoyed was, again, knowing that the patient is still in the centre of everything that we're doing. And I think for me, again, I'm very passionate about dementia care, so it was again nice to see that's still one of our focus. So yeah, it was an excellent day, and yeah, I think there was so much that we were able to take away.
I really enjoyed the conference, and it's nice to learn about the 6 C's, because as student midwives we haven't heard too much about them, and it's nice to be able to join the whole healthcare community, and it's inspired me to be a caremaker.
I think reaffirming the commitment by nurses in particular, but everybody who was here today, that they really do want the absolute best for patients. And actually it gives me time to have that thinking about why did I come into it and why do I still work for the NHS and for patients.
Compassion in practice is supported by people that are much higher up. As a student nurse or as frontline staff, sometimes you don't see what's happening at board level and higher up off of the ward, and it's really inspiring to know that what is so important to me is also very important to them, and that they care about the same things that we care about.
But the great thing for me was hearing that we've got nurses coming through the system who really think it's important, and that message about you should look after people the way you would always hope to be looked after yourself wherever you work. And it might not be just in direct patient care, but how do you influence things? So that's what happens to people.
Well, I've already committed to run a conference on community nursing, which I think is our absolute utter priority, and I will stick with that pledge.
The willingness to carry on my work as a nurse, as a caremaker, and trying to influence other people around me and make sure that I provide the best care possible for my patients.
But while they're in your care, I think it's important that you build relationships and trust for them to be able to deliver that compassionate care. And I'll always go above and beyond with a smile on my face, and hope that patients leave my care feeling satisfied and that they're well-being, well looked after.
Just sharing the energy and enthusiasm that's quite clearly here today, but taking that away from here and sharing it sort of on the front line and at university, I think is probably the most important thing I can do.
The fact that as a leader I need to role model compassion, that I need to support my team, and that I need to recognise when they've done things well, because positivity breeds positivity.
Just to hear that there are some really good nurses out there, and I should be proud of what I do, and I should do it to the best of my ability, because just doing one positive act of kindness could change a patient's life forever.
Slowly but surely the ripples of compassion are going across the United Kingdom, and hopefully will not be a minority soon, and will be a majority, and compassion will be everywhere.
Just spread the message and get other midwives and student midwives on board and believing that compassion is really important. It's not just an add-on, it's a part of what we do and who we are.
and open it up to commissioners, to the regulators and other people in the system so that they own the compassion agenda as much as I think nursing has already embraced.